Hey everyone, Brian from All Day Ruckoff, and today we're unbagging this Recycled Firefighter backpack. This is the Battalion 24-hour. It's a made in the USA bag. Obviously from Recycled Firefighter. Got the little order thing in there. Then we've got this nice little marketing insert. Get that out of here. Nothing else in the bag besides the backpack. I'm excited to have one of these. I obviously don't need, again, another everyday carry bag, but I've heard nothing but good things about Recycled Firefighter. They had a pretty decent sale on their backpacks, so I picked up a few. And here we are, just figuring out what their packs are like, what makes them special, why they have a ton of reviews. Everyone seems to love them a lot. So just want to figure out what's going on with them. Look at this thing from the front. We've got this giant Velcro area up here. This thing is huge, way bigger than the 3x2 that's on the standard GoRuck packs. I think on the 12-hour, it's 3.5 inches by 3 inches. This one seems even bigger than that. We've got a vertical zip that runs the entire length of the bag. And inside, super orange. Awesome to see these bright orange packs because nothing gets lost in there. If you've got a GoRuck bag or something else that doesn't have orange on the inside, you know when you're looking down in there, you can't really tell what's in the bottom. With this, nothing is getting lost. It's also nice, there's a couple pockets in here. So there's two on the top and this big one on the bottom. So if you want to organize this in some way, you can. Although, I'm going to have to play around with what you'd put in there. Maybe protein bars, Cliff bars, that kind of stuff. Because there is this empty space right here. So if it's really small things, the bag goes this way, it's just going to come out and get into this main space right here. One thing to note that's pretty cool, these are USA made YKK zippers. GoRuck used to use USA made YKK zippers on other packs. They switched to international, I think back in 2013, 2014. So seeing Recycled Firefighter use those is nice. We've got two zippers on the top for the clamshell opening. We're going to get into the bag, but not yet. There's no webbing or anything on the sides, no holders for bottles or anything like that. It's very slick design. Flipping it around, you can see the shoulder straps. This isn't MOLLE webbing or anything, but it does have, it looks like 3 or 4 sewn-in points. So you could probably put on a ITW Grimlock for a hydration bladder hose, so it's not flopping all over the place. They also have these 2 D-rings, which is nice. The padding, there's a lot of padding in these shoulder straps. So you can see how thick they are. There's a lot in there, so you can probably ruck with this pack. You'll notice there's a vertical zipper on this side as well. Runs the entire length of the pack. Bright orange again on the inside. Looks like this is for a laptop. There isn't any way to get into the main compartment or through the hydration area for this, so I'm guessing you would throw a laptop in here. There's also no attachment points, no Velcro. You can see how the shoulder straps are sewn into the bag. It's nice, so not sewn directly in. Always good to see that. Looking at the top handle is sewn over. It looks like what they did is they got a piece of either 2-inch or 3-inch webbing, and they've sewn over on the ends, so it's thin in the middle, and it's just got a little bit of sewn webbing. You can see it's not a padded top handle by any stretch of the imagination, but there's a little bit there. Box stitch sewn into the sides, and then right here we've got the hydration. Pull this thing up, yep, right there for a hydration hose, and then exterior branding right there. No other logos on the outside besides that one on top covering the hydration hole. Let's get into the bag. This thing is honestly just like a bigger version of their Battalion 12-hour pack. On the inside, bright orange. Two reasons why bright orange is nice. One, it's super bright, so you're not going to lose anything in here. And the second is because if you're lost or stranded or something in the woods, like this thing is, I got the two lights coming in, this thing is just blowing the light back, and I can already see that it's messing with the color on the camera. So I mean, this thing is bright, so if there's someone flying overhead, they're going to most likely notice this. There's a little bit of loop right here, so you can attach a hydration bladder, hang it, send the hose out the top. No pocket or anything on the back here. It's just a giant cavernous open bag, which I'm a fan of. I like things like this so I can stack my gear the way I want to. I can get a water bottle on this side, camera equipment here, headphones, and a sweatshirt on top. This thing has a dedicated laptop compartment, so you don't have to worry about that. Throw the laptop on the side. And flipping this thing around, we've got two pockets, very similar to how Gorak sets up their GR1. The mesh on the bottom. Gorak uses a solid 1000E Cordura pocket on the top. Recycled Firefighter uses mesh on the top as well. Both the zippers open, no problems. It's a pretty standard setup for something like this. There isn't a ton of organization in this pack, but one of the nice things about that is then you're not forced into a certain organization method. You can put stuff where you want it. You can use your own pouches and stuff to put gear in here. Obviously, there's no webbing inside this pack, so it's not like you can hang pouches or anything, but they do have that piece of loop that comes down, so you could possibly get like a control panel or something from Triple Aught Design to figure out a way to attach that in here. Tom Bin makes a couple drop organizers that might fit in here too. Otherwise, there's other things that you can buy to put organization into a pack like this. So doing it that way costs a little bit more because you have to buy extra stuff. But on the flip side, you get to organize the pack exactly the way you want it and not the way that whatever company you're buying from told you that you should organize it. And I think the biggest disappointment I've ever had in that sense was with the Axiom from Triple Aught Design, because the admin area, all the way that the pockets are cut, none of them fit a Field Notes notebook. It's all a little too small. And so not being able to put a notebook in any of them really kind of ticked me off. So it just made me double down on less is better, and then just let me figure it out for myself. I'm excited to use this pack a little bit for an everyday carry bag. I don't think this is going to be like the perfect pack for me because I already have a bunch of packs. I have a bunch of packs that I love, but I wanted to support Recycled Firefighter. I wanted to give them a chance, and I wanted to see what all the hype was about, because I haven't heard anyone say anything bad about the company and really about the bags either. So I'm excited to have this pack, fit it up for work, carry it around, and just see how it works, see how it holds weight, and I mean, the way it's sewn, I've looked at some of their other stuff. I'm sure this could handle a GoRuck event. I just not too sure where you're gonna put the weight. Maybe in the laptop area. Maybe put some padding on the bottom, some padding on the top, so it doesn't break your neck when you're doing bear crawls, and you can actually use this at a GoRuck event. We'll see. Obviously, I just opened this, but I might be talking myself into using this at a light or something. I've only been shooting this video for maybe 8 minutes, but I think I might give that a shot. So we'll see. Generally, I only use GoRuck gear at GoRuck events, but in the past, I have used stuff from other companies. I've actually used backpacks from other companies too, and just to see how the cheaper stuff works. So we'll see. Not that this is a cheap pack or anything. I mean, it's a fairly expensive pack, not as expensive as a GoRuck, but it's not cheap. It is, like I mentioned, made in the USA, 1000D Cordura, everything that you would expect from a high quality bag you can find here, or so it seems. I've been looking through this pack since I've opened it, which is probably why I'm not making a lot of eye contact with the camera. But I'm looking for loose threads, some fraying, any of the stuff that you see on a pack that's, says that this thing isn't finished and refined, but I'm not seeing anything. When I unboxed the 12-hour, I think I found one single loose strand, which can easily be clipped away, but I've unboxed packs that have been way more expensive than this, and I found more loose thread. So it's usually just excess thread that didn't get clipped, and so it's just as easy to clip it yourself. But not finding any of that here, which is pretty rad. If you've got any questions about this bag, leave a comment. If you're curious how this compares against a GoRuck GR1, probably the 21 liter is the most comparable pack that they've got. Leave a comment, let me know. I can do comparison videos. I'm definitely gonna do a review on this. There's obviously no frame sheet in this, which is a little bit different from the GoRuck ones. But again, you've got that giant area in there. I bet you could cut up some Kydex and make a nice frame sheet. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up. Again, questions about anything related to this or anything else, just leave a comment. Definitely get back to you. If you're not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. A lot of rucking related content, gear related content on the way, and there's already a lot there, so check out some of those other videos. Thank you so much for all the support, and don't forget, attitude is everything. Keep yours positive, and drink hard, rock harder.